Here we go. Yay! Hi.
Yay! Hi.
Hello to
Good. How are
everybody.
you?
I didn't give an official welcome to everybody, but hello. Your mom is strong tonight, Vanessa. I'm telling you. You just signed up like the last couple of hours. You and
Yeah, no.
Elaine, I think, am I saying your name right, hun? And it's interesting because you guys do you even know each other?
Who?
Yeah, see, it's fascinating to me. You guys hear me say all the time that, well, I don't know if you've ever heard me read before, but I say this all the time that it's not an accident in the way that you guys align in these groups. That if you're here for a group and I'm giving somebody else a message, chances are it's for you as much as it is for them. And what's really cool about the two of you, and you're both on the bottom of my screen as well, is that you guys both bought your ticket literally at the exact same moment. Like within 30 seconds, it was like boom, boom, boom. They both like flashed on my phone. There's a synchronicity there. So as I'm reading for her, I'm probably coming over to you afterwards. And just note, listen to her messages as well, because Spirit, they, like I said, they group together the people that will be able to get the most out of the messages that are being delivered. And there is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. Okay. So I know most of you have heard me read before. I'm hoping Shalane has heard me read before. If not, then I will go through the explanation when we get there. But I want to, have you heard me read before, Shalane?
I have, yes.
Okay, awesome. So I don't have to go through, this is how we do it. Bah. You guys get all that?
Yep.
Okay, good. Because I want to start with you, Vanessa, because your mom is literally choking me out. Um, Okay, so I think it's mom you want to talk to. I know that she's this loud and proud in my head. Is there a different focus that you have? Because she's bringing forward the gentleman with her. Does your mom have a brother on the other side?
Yes, she does.
Okay, they're both coming through together.
She has a couple different people on the other side, so it could be a couple of different people.
Did you ask her to bring someone forward with her today? Okay, so this is what you need to remember about when you connect with me. It's kind of like playing Jeopardy. I'm giving you the answer, but I don't get to know the question. So before you sit down and you're like, all right, mom, make sure you bring so and so forward. When I sit down with you, I just see her bringing this guy forward. And all I know is it's to the side, which is like brother, friend, cousin, something like that, husband, whatever. You know what I mean?
Friend.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's do this. You ready? We're going to start with a connection exercise.
Okay, hang on a second. All right. Feet on the ground. Okay.
Okay, both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, get comfortable.
Okay.
She stopped with the breathing thing right away. She's like, okay, now that I got your attention, I can relax a little bit. She's like a little bossy, but she's like, don't mess with me. They've been talking to me all day, telling me who I needed to bring forward, and he's right here, which is why the second that I connect you, I can see the soul that's coming through to the side. This person feels like they passed before we would think of as their time, which means that they did not get to live till like 80 or 90, like we would think of as a full life. You understand that?
Yeah.
And the energy that's coming around her is kind of like, na 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 boo boo. See, you're just testing me. You thought like you're just testing me to see if I heard you say bring him forward. And she did. And I smell cigarette smoke.
Yep.
Who is she bringing forward here?
Barry, her best friend that passed away 4 months before her.
See, and that's why it would be to the side. And he smoked.
They both did.
I can feel the relief to be smoking, just so you know. Like
Yeah.
it's because see, I used to be a smoker. I quit like almost 6 years ago now, but it's that feeling of when you're grocery shopping or something and you're in the mall for like 3 hours and then you just need a cigarette so bad you get out or you get off a plane. It's like that feeling of like, oh,
she was in the hospital for a while and couldn't smoke. So, and the hospital that she was in, she wasn't close, so I would have to travel to go over. So she couldn't smoke whenever she wanted to.
So you said he passed 4 months after her?
Before.
Okay, so it's him saying that to her. Because I heard copycat, copycat, and I'm like, okay, is that her calling him copycat or the other way around? Either way, they're teasing each other back and forth. He's talking about the new house. Has it been some time since you've seen this gentleman? Because he's coming
Uh,
into your house. So this is why I say it's like playing Jeopardy for me, right? All I know is this gentleman stepping forward and right away okay, so he's giving me a bit of a puzzle dump. I've got the pressure around the head, that's gone. It feels, remember how I say they take me through their passing from their experience, not ours? I can feel the pressure around the head and the inability to communicate before I pass. He's showing me distance or space, which is my sign that either he was a distance away before he passed or it had been some time since you had seen him before he passed. And then he's going into your house and he's showing me the house, like walking around, like, this is wonderful. I can see it. I see this.
well, so he passed. My mom took him in at her house, and we took care of him over at her house. So he passed at her house, not his. But we seen him every day. I left to go to the store, and he passed literally within 5 minutes as I left. With my mom there. But
So that's the tension here and the inability to communicate. But he's in your house right now, rolling his eyes, going, oh, that's nice. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this house right here, right now.
he's been here.
Yeah, but not in a while. It's decluttered now.
Yeah, we decluttered a lot.
Thank
So
you. Is that the wife? Is that the
Yes.
wife?
Yes.
He said, thank the wife for me. Thank you, wife. Because that's exactly what he's talking about. Like, they don't change the message just because I don't understand the question. He's saying he's at the house and he's like, tell her I see it. I'm there. I can see everything. This looks really good. It looks really good. Now I'm just guessing why. That's what I mean. I'm guessing, like, did you move? What the heck? But that would be what he's talking about. Now we have room for the tree.
Yes.
It's almost, is that why you decluttered? Was that spot for the tree?
Yep. Yep.
They're not missing any of it. Your mom is like pushing him out of the way. She's funny. She's like, I brought you here to say hi and to prove that we are together, but now you're taking up my time.
That would be her.
I'm seeing Christmas concerts. Hun, do you have young kids?
Yep.
Did you just attend the concert or there's something about going to the concert and she's getting the best chair in the house?
They December 17th is the Christmas concert at church.
Were you just talking about this or?
Yep. Sunday.
Okay, hold on. Your mom just said you didn't think I was missing that, did you? Like, she should know I'd be there for that. And I feel honored. Was this a church that she used to go to?
No, we actually never attended this church. Janet's family actually brought me there last December, and my daughter played in a play at church, and that's where I felt like I needed to be there. Like, I used to work there actually as
Yeah.
at the blood bank as a phlebotomist, and then it turned into a church, but it's been years. And yeah, I felt that was my place. And now both kids are in church.
Your mom just feels like, I don't know if honored is the right thing. Yes, I feel honored. Like you guys invited her with you. I know that she's in spirit, but she's like, I'm honored to go with you. Like, I'm so honored. I feel invited.
Absolutely.
You invited her to go with you?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. I'm like,
No.
you're dead. You weren't invited. She's like, I was too.
When she couldn't go a lot of places before she passed. So she didn't get invited she got invited, but she couldn't go to a lot of places. So now I know she can come everywhere with us.
And your wife's mom is here in the physical world, correct?
Yes.
Because she's thanking her and she's glad that you guys have that mother figure in your life. She's so grateful that you still have that mother figure in your world. She likes her mom, even though her mom feels a little bit more to do, maybe, or put together. I don't know. Your mom's like, I don't want to, she's teasing like hoity toity, but not in a bad way. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what the right word would be. Your mom feels like a little bit more redneck, maybe not redneck. Not that she's a redneck, but do you know what I'm trying to say?
My mom's more like proper, doesn't swear.
Yeah, her mom's more
yeah.
proper than my mom would have been.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like your mom's making me feel like she's got this more casual redneck, kind of rough and gruff, and her mom's more
Yeah.
classy, upscale. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Totally teasing. I said hoity-toity. She's like, good job, Tracy. Ah.
That's great.
She's just excited to be a part of Christmas this year and for you guys to know that she's not missing anything. She's talking about the breakfasts again and the groceries as she's like piling groceries on your table, like many, many groceries. What's going on? Did you guys just buy too many groceries? Is there
No.
something?
So we just did our Thanksgiving, obviously. But we want to do for Christmas, we want to do like a breakfast and a dinner. My son's girlfriend like wants to do this, so that we're gonna instead of just a regular dinner. So that's probably what she's talking about.
All I know is that first thing she said is thank them for including me and talking to me and knowing that I'm a part of it. And then she's like piling all these groceries onto your table. Feels like we got more than what we need, even like more than we've ever had. There's an emphasis on almost too much.
Thanksgiving.
So Thanksgiving, I brought my mom and Barry's picture over, the last picture that they ever took by the tree. I brought it over, and I bring it over every time we have a holiday, and we put it near the table, and the table was covered in food. It was like literally too much food.
That's what I'm saying. She's saying too much and it's just piled on the table.
It was. Yep.
See, they will show me in my head whatever it is that they need to show me to get me to say it the way they need me to say it so you get the message they need you to get. But they can only show it to me the way it's in my library. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just know that she was there for that. She's not missing a single part of this. And as you tell her what you need, like you say, all right, mom, let's make, I think they're sweet potatoes, but I don't eat sweet potatoes. But she's like, if you say, all right, who's bringing, like, we got to make this dish. Help me make this dish. It's going to be the best dish you've ever made. Do you know what I mean?
So I have, ever since my mom passed away, I've been trying to do her ham, her honey ham, and I haven't been able to nail it yet. And that was my favorite, or her macaroni salad. But this year I like was pretty close on the ham, but it wasn't there yet. But I tried.
She showed me mustard.
Deviled eggs. Her deviled eggs for the kids.
So all of the above, she's like checking all of the above. D, all of the above. So again, what she's just wanting you to know, here's the thing. If you had the recipe perfect, you wouldn't be asking her to help you with it again next year because you would already have it. She wants you to keep asking. She wants to be there. She wants to help you with this. She wants you to feel her presence. So when you say, this is what I want to make, Mom, your honey ham, send me the recipe that matches, that tastes just like you. You're going to get the one that tastes almost exactly, so that again, you ask next year.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to let her put her energy back. You guys are making me hungry now. All I can smell is all this food in the background.
I got a question. Is there any way that we can ask for a person real quick?
Possibly, yes. What do you mean?
Janet's sister-in-law. We wanted to see if she can come through. The one that usually comes through.
It's It's interesting because you ask about her sister-in-law. She's there, but there's three people there. You've got the two people holding hands, which is my symbol that they're married or together in the physical world, and then the soul underneath of them. So it feels like she's coming through with her grandparents. I don't think both her parents are on the other side. I think I'm skipping a generation and I got grandparents coming through. Would that make sense?
Her dad's there and both her grandparents.
Her dad and both of her grandparents.
So they come through as a group is what they're doing, because they're like, say it. Okay, Vanessa, I'm going to call you out a little bit, but please know I love you to bits, okay?
Yes.
They
Yep.
said, cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. And then they said, you know what? Yes, we're all here, but you didn't buy a ticket. You bought one ticket. We've already spent 20 minutes trying to pass through these messages. So I can see them, but I can't get a clear grip on them. And it's for this reason. And it's not because I don't care about you guys and I don't want to deliver the messages or I'm trying to be cheap. But God has been kicking my ass lately on making sure that I take care of my energy, and it's an equal in exchange of energy. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So yes, I can feel her there, and she wrapped her arms around her and then gave her the rose, which is birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. But they're all together coming through as a clump. So somebody just had the birthday or the anniversary that just passed.
I just had a birthday.
See? They're like, yes, we're here, but you didn't buy a ticket, so nah. I've been dealing with this lately. It's like God is trying to help me protect my energy so I can do this work more and I don't tire myself out and get taken advantage of. So please don't hate me for that, but just know that they're with you. And she's
So I
like,
will make sure she comes through next. I'll make sure she gets a ticket next Tuesday by herself.
okay. Aw. And in the meantime, beep beep. So whatever that means, something to do with the car. Do you need an oil change?
Possibly.
We just got one in one of the cars, but the other
one
car.
needs it, yes.
I can see the light. You see me doing this? Because I can see the light coming on and I can feel spirit going, let's go right now. Let's do it. Let's do it.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm going to let them pull their energy back. They are all together over there having a great time with you guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Shalane, I got to come to you because it's so funny. As they when they asked me that question, that you've got two people behind you right there. I'm hearing Daddy's hands really loud. I wonder if this is your parents or if this is let me try this again. See, as I connect your energy, I'm getting dumped on right now. You got a whole bunch of people stepping forward. But as I was finishing with them, when they asked that question, your loved ones over here, there's a man and a woman, two different generations. So I'm not sure who that is yet. They just jumped at me and like took over my throat. Remember I said that there was some kind of synchronicity that was coming between the two of you? I know what it is. I don't even know who your loved ones are that we're connecting to yet, but I know what they want you to know. And that is they want you to ask for them to help you get things done here. They want you to ask them to help you with things so that when they come through, you will feel their presence. Like what they just said, beep, beep, get the car done, ask us for help, ask for help with the recipes so that we can help you make them and you'll feel our presence in the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have quite a few people on the other side, though. Who do you want me to focus on, hun?
My son.
Got ya. No wonder it's getting so jumbled. Oh, okay. I love that. It just got real clear. Okay, are you ready to do this? No
I
wonder
am.
he wants you to know he's there. Okay, both feet flat on the floor.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Okay. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Got ya. Okay, you go ahead and get comfortable.
Okay.
Your son is so cute, I gotta tell you. Right away, he steps forward. So I got a puzzle dump coming through. Have you ever heard me describe the puzzle dump before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Awesome. Because as he comes forward, he shows me this, like, I don't know if he was really blonde when he was young or just really light haired. I see this, or if this is what he's just showing me one of my kids, but I'm seeing like a child's picture from like 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. And then I see age progression on the other side. I'm seeing how big he is. I don't think he was that young when he passed, but he's showing me that young there, like
hmm
as soon as I connect with him. Then he takes me to the mind and I see a little bit of spinning, which sometimes can be that I couldn't communicate before I passed. My throat is burning a little bit. Sometimes that can be overdose or something to do with a substance. And sometimes this is depression or mental illness because I feel the spinning. Now, that
hmm
can either mean he was spinning as he passed, or there's an inability to communicate or a mental illness before I passed. I got a deep breath. I feel like I'm trying to catch my breath. And then I gotta admit, there isn't a huge amount of pain. I'm just on the other side. But I feel like it was easier for him than it was for you guys. I don't know how to explain this. Feels
hmm
sudden, unexpected, and traumatic. And there's a lot of distorted energy around his passing. Now, distorted energy comes from pain, grief, or trauma, which makes it more difficult to connect to, which is why the lady is coming through with him. And I'm not sure if this is your mom or your grandma or his grandma. I just heard grandma's here.
hmm
And she's like got a death grip on his soul. They're coming through together. He's really excited about Christmas and you knowing that he's here this year, but he wants you to know that he's grown on that side. Was he a teenager or a young adult when he passed?
He was a young adult. He was 23.
Was this accidental overdose or some kind of depression or something? Like, I'm not sure why he keeps going to um, showing me how much bigger he is on the other side. Like he's taking you back to when he
hmm
was young. Sometimes they will do that if they were in a state of depression before they pass because they want you to know that that's how they are again, clear, happy, young, free, like that. He wants you to
hmm
remember him like that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah. He was he had a bit of depression, a little bit of anxiety, but it was caused because of a heart condition.
Got ya.
hmm
And so that age, back to like 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 in there, did he play sports?
No, not really.
That's why I'm going back there because he keeps taking me back there and he wants you to know that he's free, he's young, he's free, he's happy, and he's continuing to grow on the other side. And I'm like, why do you keep showing me that? Because if he wasn't able to have the kind of childhood that you thought he should have had and the sports and the things like that, that's why he's showing me on that side that
Okay.
that depression, no, it's not even depression. It feels like he didn't really get a chance to say goodbye. Do you know what I mean? Like there's
hmm
some type of communication issue there because he's showing me the soul tethered to the body, which is where the soul is still tethered to the body, but not in the body. Because sometimes that's when there's a lot of pain in the body. So if you think about our baby when we're pregnant with them, they're tied to us with an umbilical cord. The soul
Right.
stays tied to the body with an umbilical cord as well, but a spiritual one. And he's making me feel like at the end there, because he says this sudden, unexpected, or traumatic. Like we weren't expecting him to go when he did, but he was
No.
tethered to the body.
Okay.
Was there a period at the end there where he couldn't communicate before he
Well,
passed?
honestly, he was fine. Like he was fine, and he has a genetic condition that affected his heart, but everything was being monitored, everything was fine. And his girlfriend came home or came here to see him, and she found him dead on the bathroom floor.
Got ya.
And he had an enlarged heart, and it wasn't functioning, and his heart just stopped.
Got ya. I understand what he's trying to show me now. That's why I felt like I was struggling for breath at the end. Remember, I said I just feel like I'm struggling,
Yeah.
and I got the dizziness, and I'm like, why am I feeling like, what are you specifically trying to say? He couldn't call for help. He couldn't ask for help because there wasn't time. It was like this. He said it was just so quick. his last memory was just trying to breathe, and I didn't even have enough time to get the words out if I wanted to. And so he was instantaneously on the other side. And that's why he kept saying, there was no pain. There was no pain. Mom, there's no pain. And then he's
Good.
taking me back to when he was little, and he's showing me playing sports and stuff like that. And so please know that on that side, he is experiencing everything that he wasn't able to do here in the physical world.
Okay, good.
This must have been some time ago, because he's showing me like ornaments and things and Christmas, like, because it's Christmas, so they're going to bring up the holiday stuff. And he's talking about putting his face on the tree. Do you have ornaments with his picture on them?
I do, yeah. But he just passed away this past April, so not quite 8 months.
Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. It feels like a while. See, I tell people all the time, grief can distort the energy. And sometimes what feels like 10 years ago can be yesterday, and what feels like yesterday could be 10 years ago. So know that he knows you have those ornaments, and he's excited to let you know that he's there. And this is what I mean when I say I knew there was a thread between that other message that they wanted you to get as well. And that is that he doesn't have a physical body to communicate with speech the way you and I can. But if
Right.
you tell him what you need and ask him to send you a sign, he will line it up in your reality so big that you can't mistake it as fluke, random, or chance. He's very much wanting you to know that he's there and he's not missing out on this, on anything. Okay, so hold on a second. The grandmother figure he keeps trying to bring forward. She keeps saying hello to you as well. Your mom's still here in the physical world?
No.
That would be his grandmother then. Slow this down. She put the heart around the two of them, and that's my symbol for healing and reconnection. I see together, together, together. So either they're buried together or they're placed together, or he's right beside. I don't know if you have a picture of mom or something with mom and him together. Is your son cremated, hun?
Yes.
Because I can see the ashes, but your mom is saying something about we are together. Do you know what she's talking about? Because
No.
she feels like she's in a different place. She's taking me distance or space. Like is she in another city or a different province than you are?
No. No.
Why
Okay,
is
so maybe my mother-in-law passed away, and she was in a different province.
okay.
So his other grandma.
Got ya. So what's going on? This happens sometimes, kind of like what happened in Vanessa's situation when she tried to bring through her wife's family. They clump together and they come through in one big clump. So that will happen sometimes in a situation like this, where I can imagine that the grief and pain, distorted energy that would come through around your son. So both grandmas are teaming up to sweep that energy away and let you know that he's with both of them on the other side. Okay, hold on. Was he honored twice? I feel like I got two funerals or two different, I don't know what I'm seeing here. Normal funeral, but then I don't know if this is his buddies or somebody else. He's showing me being honored in two ways. Like one is a normal funeral, and then somebody else did something in honor of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he's talking about?
Yeah, there was actually 3. Yeah.
Okay. He's thanking you for the music. And I'm like, what does that mean? It's funny, you giggled. He goes, she got it. Don't worry about it. It's not your business. I'm like, okay, thanks a lot. Was he musical? Your son?
Not really. No, but he enjoyed listening to music.
Because he's thanking you for the music, and I'm still trying to figure out what that means. I think he communicates with you with music. This is why I'm asking if he was musical. It's like you'll be in the right place at the right moment. The song will come on that reminds you of him. Whenever you need to feel his presence, boom, that song comes on, or any song that will remind you of him.
Yeah.
He knows what you did in his room. There's another thing. There's something about the room. Oh, his girlfriend. Hold on a second. I got my symbol for gratitude. He's like, okay, I'm going to baby step you through this one. I see thank you. I feel gratitude. Back and forth. Has she been coming over and visiting you a lot lately? Like
No,
since he passed?
no, not, she hasn't been here for a few months.
Because I think that's what he's talking about, is because she went to your house and found him there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's trying to show me that that's a little stressful for him, because I'm seeing the gratitude to you and then her coming back and forth. And when you said no, she hasn't been here for a while, he's like, exactly, thank my mom for that. And I'm like, thank her, your mom, for your girlfriend not coming over. And he showed me your heart, like you understand. I think you get it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you been thinking of moving as well?
No.
Because he put a shrine around his room. He's like, literally, he said, I hope she doesn't move because I'm not moving. So if you
No.
did move, whoever would be in that house would have a nice little surprise. Your son loves that house, hey? You own that house?
Yes, we do.
Because he's like, I've been here for a long time and I'm not leaving.
Mm-hmm. Good.
He's taking a deep breath. He goes, you know what? I never have to do that again. I'm okay. No more heart issues. He's playing baseball on that side. I'm telling you, I'm seeing all kinds of sports. It's almost like if he always wanted to and just couldn't. And now he's on that side doing everything he's ever wanted to do.
He loved sports, yeah.
Does he have a sibling here in the physical world? I don't know
Yes.
if you had two kids or he has two siblings still left here. He's showing me two.
He's got a sibling here.
Is it a sister?
Yes.
He handed her a baby. Do you know if she's like,
That would be awesome, but
I'm like, do you know what that means? I saw your eyes go like this. I'm like, oh, brother, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is she dating somebody right now?
no.
Like 19 or 20? Is she younger than him?
No, she's older.
Interesting. She's not dating anybody right now?
No.
Okay, so he's taking me back to when she was like around 20. How old is she right now?
27.
Has she been single for a long time?
Few years, yeah.
I think that's why he's going back. He wants to help her with that. He wants to help her find the guy that is going to be a good guy in her world. He's got the shotgun, so just know he's very protective brother on that side. That's why I thought he was the big brother, because he's so protective.
That's good.
He's like, you tell her to tell me what kind of guy she wants, because I'll send him her way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing I'm coming home, and I'll be home for Christmas. I feel like he's trying to move her in with you. Does she live with you?
She does right now, yes.
So did she just recently move back home?
No, she's going to be, she finished school and she's still at home and she's now building a home of her own.
Got ya. That's why I'm like, he's like, I'm not moving, I'm coming. Okay. See, I don't always know what they're talking about when they're talking about stuff in my head, but your daughter's
Mhm.
having a home built and to be moved into.
Right.
See, he's going with her, but he's staying with you.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, she's got children coming up. Two things around this. One, I'm not sure if there was an abortion or a miscarriage or something from her past, because he's making me feel like this soul is coming back again. So that either means that this has already happened or it could happen in the future. And if it does, he's just letting her know that don't get hung up on this, because this soul is coming to her. It will
Okay.
happen.
Okay. Any ideas when? When she'll find the right person?
He goes, as soon as she starts telling me who she wants, because she's been focused on career, she's focused on house, she's focused on all these other things, but she's not focused on what kind of guy she wants, right? So the second that she asks, or not asks, she starts thinking about who she wants, then he
Mhm.
can start sending it. But he can't send something that she hasn't asked. So
Okay.
if she lets him know exactly what kind of gentleman she wants in her world, he will send that. I don't want to say send. I want to say he will help align them. He will help make sure they're in the right place at the right time, at the right moment.
Right.
I think that's why he's got the shotgun, because he wants her to feel safe enough to be able to date. That's why he keeps going back. He's like showing me that it's been a long time since she's been in
Mhm.
this position. And he's like, now I got your back on this side. I'm watching over everything. You tell me who you need and I will line them up in your world. And if they're not a good guy, I'll let you know ahead of time.
That's awesome.
He's thanking you for his room again. It feels like a shrine. Like, I don't know other, like, do you have all his stuff still there, hun?
Absolutely. Yeah. Everything is the only thing that's changed is the few pieces of clothing that he's had on the floor. I've washed and put in a laundry basket, but I spend time in here. I'm in here right now.
Oh, no wonder he keeps going to his room. I don't
Yeah.
know that. He knows that.
Yeah.
Just know that when you're communicating with him and talking to him and you hear him in your mind, you're not making that up. That's real. It's just that your voice will, or no, your heart will interpret his presence in your mind as your own thoughts. So it's like this. This is what I'm talking about. Your eyes are closed, right? Close your eyes for a minute. Now, in your mind, I want you to hear him say, I love you, Mom. You hear that vibration?
Mhm.
None of us could hear that because we don't have his voice in our heart, but you do. So every time he speaks to you, your heart hears that and your mind interprets it through the vibrations of his voice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to ask him to send you a sign so that you can line up with it. It doesn't even have to be anything big. He's sending you the dimes, and I can see you lining up with those. He's like, that's not enough, though. Dimes and pennies are not enough. You understand the dimes and the pennies?
Not really. Well, I found a couple, but that's it. And I've been asking her for signs, but I haven't been noticing. The odd one, yes.
It's funny because a lot of the signs they send feel like random fluke and chance, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Have you been finding the little baby feathers? He just showed me this and it's really funny because I don't have baby feathers. Nothing in my house has baby feathers in them. No pillows, no jackets, no nothing. And yet I found little baby feathers this morning and he's showing me those around you as well.
I have actually, yeah.
Those are signs. That is, the feathers mean I'm with the angels. I'm flying and I'm free. And I'm up here and I see everything going on. The thing is, if you don't know that that's a sign, then you can't read it, right? It's
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
if I put the Chinese alphabet up here, I have no idea what the heck that says. It's just a bunch of pictures.
Right.
But if I understand that A says ah, then I can read the messages. The feathers are a sign. The dimes and the nickels and the pennies, those are a sign. But what they mean is I'm here. I'm here right now at this moment. So you'll find that you will notice a dime or find a dime when you're feeling like you're missing him, or when there's something to celebrate on that day,
Mhm.
or something's going on. Those are the days that you're going to find the dime or you're going to find the feathers. He said he's been knocking at you as well. Like I'm hearing knocking, and it's almost like I'm going to look for what is the knocking. It almost, you could almost pass it off as the house settling. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
That's not
Actually,
an
yeah, I do.
accident. That's not an accident. There is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. So you have to pay attention to what you're saying and when the things synchronize. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like when you guys signed up at the same time, it was like boom, boom. I was like, oh, okay, Spirit's gonna have fun with this one. They're trying to teach you their language when you're doing that. Because when
Mhm.
you say, oh, I wish that he was still here, and then your house goes, That's him going, I am here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He wants to give you a puppy for Christmas, and I'm not sure what's up with the puppy. He's putting a big bow around the puppy, and he's like, here, Mom.
Well, he, as well as his sister and his dad, want another puppy. We put ours down a year and a half ago, and I said no. So,
He goes, you're a softie, Mom. First of all, the dog that you put down is over there. As soon as you said we put one down, he's like, I know he's here. But he's giving you guys a new puppy. Because, see, they hear all the conversations going on in the room. And he's like, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm taking Dad's side on this one.
no
Me,
way.
you need the friskiness of the puppy. It's funny because your grandma said, or his grandma just said, she's going to have to pick up all the poop. They won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. The other dog, just so you know, is jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping and free mobility, like very much wanting you to know that it can move around and like it feels very old or very like stiff and sore, like it couldn't move so well before it passed.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a boy dog?
Yes, it is.
Very handsome is what your son said. He's such a handsome dog.
Yeah, he was.
He wants you to know he's not missing Christmas this year, that he wants you to continue to do all the traditions that you've done before. He's showing me making the cookies and doing the baking and going and setting up the tree and hold on. See that a little different. I can feel the distorted energy coming in again. Hold on. Because he's showing me the thoughts, and I keep hearing, how am I supposed to do Christmas without you? How am I supposed to do Christmas without you? It's compacting because I have a little boy up here as well. It's like two mamas here, and it's funny, you guys are one on top of the other, and your sons are now compacting this energy together. How am I going to do Christmas without you? You're not doing it without him. This is why he wants you to ask him to help you with things so that he can make it happen and you'll feel his presence.
So I decided not. Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I decided we weren't doing anything at home. No decorations, no baking, nothing. I can't be at home this year.
No wonder he's saying, I want you to do all this stuff again. Here's the thing. I just want you to think about this, okay? Because, and I mean, you got to do what's best for you, but I just want you to think about this from a perspective for a second. I've been doing this work for a long time. And I know that when we stop doing the traditions that we used to do with them, it makes us feel like we lost them even more. It makes their absence 10 times thicker and worse. But when you keep doing the traditions that you used to do with them and you invite them in and you say, all right, if you're here, send me a sign and send me a message. You want me to put up that Christmas tree, then you're going to have to send me a message so big that it gets my attention. And it's going to have to be so dramatic that I can't pass it off as fluke, random, or chance. And if you're here, then you will send me a sign like that. And so then what will happen is something's going to happen. They're so creative in how they make this happen. I'm telling you. I usually use colors as well, and I could have unlimited examples of this, and I'm going to spare you. I'm sure you've heard a number of my examples over the years. But if you ask them to show up and to send you a sign in that, they will send you the sign. And then you're going to feel like you're doing it with him, not that we lost Christmas and my son all together at the same time. He doesn't want that for you. He wants to be there. He wants to show you that he's there. He wants to make your Christmas tree flash and scare the heck out of everybody. He wants to literally haunt you in a good way so that you will feel his presence. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I would love that.
Oh, your mom has just got her arms around him and she's like promising you that he is okay on that side and that he's still here with you guys and that this is not gone forever. I want you to think about your son is now in like Germany. And say he moved to Germany. You couldn't physically touch him, hug him, communicate physically, but you wouldn't just say, oh, well, you're gone, dead to me now.
Yeah,
You would find
right,
a new way to communicate, right?
right.
Thank Dad for he told Dad to get you some pretty earrings.
Mm.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend is literally what I'm hearing. Is your birthstone in April by any chance? Or I mean, are
Yep,
you like in
yep,
April?
yep.
Because he said it's my mama's birthstone, and I know the birthstone for April because that's my birth month too. So he's like, when he put diamonds on your ears, I'm like, why diamonds? He's like, that's her birthstone. Tell
Yeah,
Dad that's from me to you,
okay.
because I can't know that. And that's the other, listen, so he's showing me the 2 dates close together. So he passed around your birthday as well, hey?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't want you to feel his absence around that time of year. He wants you to know that this means you and him are forever connected. You were born here in the physical world, and he was born in heaven. You both have birthdays close together. It's not a birthday and a death date. It's 2 birthdays. Mom's born here, and I was born up there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is so being Santa Claus this year. He's excited to be Santa this year. He's like, not only is he like the ghost of Christmas, like he's showing me all the Ghost of Christmas Spirit movies and stuff. He's like, I'm the ghost this year, Mom. I'm the ghost. Like he's so excited to play Santa. This is one of the reasons why he's getting your daughter having babies and stuff. He's like, all right, you tell her she's got some responsibility. We got to repopulate this family and get the love going here. Get some more joy in this family.
I'll tell her.
No, and also no, let me say that better. Also, please tell her how proud her brother is of her for everything she's accomplished. I think his only advice for her would be slow down, sis. You can work until you're 80. You can only have babies until you're 40. You've accomplished all this now. Focus on your family now. The rest can wait.
Okay.
Know how much he loves you. He keeps trying to pull his energy back and then go, one more thing, and then he pulls his energy back and he goes, one more thing. You've been smelling him as well. And just so you know, that's not, you're not making that up in your head. When you get that whiff of, I don't know what it is. I don't have it in my library. Whatever that smell is that reminds you of him,
Mm-hmm.
it almost smells like soap, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a candle in his room that he's got, and every once in a while you can smell it in his room. Not always, but every once in a while it's a little stronger, and I don't burn it.
Yeah. That's him, his energy. And you can smell that even if you're in the basement or sometimes if you're outside in the supermarket or something, because that smell now will remind you of him. So you can be anywhere and then you'll smell that smell. That's your body's way of letting you know he's right in front of you. And he will come in the dream, but you've got to let some of that grief settle first, because if he comes now, the dream will be distorted. It will be a nightmare, and he doesn't want you to wake up feeling like you lost him all over again.
Okay.
Your mom's okay, so your mom kind of pushed him back. Your mom showed me this. She loves you so much. Rose colored glasses, which is my symbol for where I see things differently on that side than I did when I was here in the physical world. And just has so much gratitude to have been there before he got there, so that she can be that soft place for him to have on that side. It's so funny. The second that I start talking to your mom, his other grandma jumps in, almost like there's this competition energy between the two of them on who gets to be grandma in his world. I I feel like your mom is like trying to communicate that she's so grateful that she gets to have a chance to be grandma more now than she did here in the physical world. And I'm not sure if that's because when did your mom pass?
My mom passed, 11 or 12 years ago, and my mother-in-law 8 months later.
No wonder. They both passed very close around the same time. They're both mother energies. So when yeah, makes sense to me anyway. Okay, hold on. So they're very much excited to be able to spend all this grandma time with him on that side. That's the message they're trying to leave you with is don't worry, Mom, we've got his soul on this side with us. We're all hanging out over here. We're playing sports with him and taking him to do all the things in heaven that he was never able to do in the physical world. And we're all here with you. And so when you ask us to show you a sign, whoosh, we will line it up so dramatically, it will be mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. They're loving their ability to be grandma on that side in a way that I guess because your kids were so young when they passed that.
He was 23, so yeah.
Still, if she passed 12 years ago, then he's like 11, 12 when she passed, right?
That's right.
Which is like that little age, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. That's around that little smile that they were showing me when I first connected with him as well, right?
Right, yeah.
Was he blonde when he was little?
Yeah.
Like I see blonde hair. I still see the blonde and like little freckles or whatever and a missing tooth. Like I don't know if you have a picture of him like 3rd grade or something with that missing tooth.
Oh yeah.
All I know is he's not gone. And he's so glad that you came here today because that's the message that he needs you to have is that I'm not gone, Mom. And if you tell me that you need a sign, I will send it to you. And everything is a sign. There's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. When you smell a smell that reminds you of him, that's because he's right in front of you. When people are talking about him and you're thinking about him, it's because he's right in front of you. As you're thinking about skipping the holidays, he lines you up with my announcement today and pushes you here because he said he forced you here. He's like, no offense, Tracy, but my mom really didn't want to come. But I told her she had to come today. And so he lined you up at exactly the right moment, exactly the right time because he said, what is this about skipping Christmas? He goes,
Okay.
Mom, he goes, that would be even hard. We've already had a tough year. He said, that would just ruin the year on top of everything. I want to show you that my presence is there. My Christmas gift to you is that I will be there and I'm not missing a single beat of it. That's why my job is to teach you his language so that you can see when he shows up. As he pulled his energy back, he gave you a massage as well. By the way, so Dad's getting you the earrings. He wants his sister to give you a massage. He's literally sending you to the spa.
Okay, sounds great to me.
He's like, this is recorded, Mom. Just make sure that you tell them that this is on Facebook. They can go and see the reading.
Okay.
Okay. They're definitely pulling their energy back. It's so cute. He liked kids, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Because the lady above you, she has a little 2-year-old on the other side, and I just heard him go, "Okay, buddy, it's your turn." And I saw him throw him up on his shoulders, and he's like, "See, Mom, I'm still having a great time over here. We're hanging out And what's even cuter is that Christina, your little guy always finds somebody to come through with, doesn't he? He finds another big kid to, get together with to come through before we talk to you. I love that. Okay, transitioning. I hope that was helpful, hon.
It was. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I just heard "Mama!" and he jumped into your lap. Okay. I was gonna say, Christina, do you have a different focus? And your little boy just went, "What do you think?"
He's right.
Oh, he comes over. Amy, you might as well take your thingy off because it's going to be talking to both of you. Just so that everybody listening knows, Christina is mom, Amy is sister. So he's talking to both of you and he just thanked you, just so you know. He's like, thank you for bringing my mom here.
He's welcome.
It's funny because I remember the gingerbread the last time, obviously. I made a little thingy out of it. He's thanking you for that. So you guys already did that?
No, I didn't get it yet.
I see thank you for what you did. Steps have already been taken. So did you guys already buy gingerbread thingies? Like if you haven't made it yet? Because I see thank you. The steps have already been put in place.
Christina's eating something gingerbread, right?
Yeah. I've been eating gingerbread cookies that you buy at the store. They come only on Christmas.
He wants to bake his own, Mom.
Oh, okay.
He wants to bake them with you. Okay. He's telling you to shake it out. Your son's like, shake it out, Mom. Shake it out. I can feel the stress. Slow this down. One day at a time. There's a father figure coming through with your son. I don't think it's your dad. It feels like one above. It feels like a grandfather coming through with your son. Do you understand that? Is your dad's dad on the other side, hun?
Yes.
They're putting the white blanket around your shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues.
Stressed to the max.
I can feel it, sweetie. You need to get out of the house. Literally taking you out of the house and like packing bags. I don't know if they mean for an extended vacation or literally to move. Do you need to move? Do you know what I'm saying?
She needs
I
to
need
move.
to get out. Yes. Definitely. 100%.
So getting out, how does that feel? Getting out feels like ease, feels like joy, feels like freedom,
Relief.
feels like relief, right? What else can you think of in your world right now that would feel like ease, freedom, joy, and relief? What activity could you do that might feel like that? See, here's the thing. You're in a vibration that is so stressed out to the max that all you're going to line up with is more things that are stressed out to the max. Do you see what I'm saying? When you're in that vibration, the best thing you can do for yourself is to take your focus off whatever you're stressing about and do something that feels like the vibration that you want. So if you want to move, you have to identify what would moving feel like for me. It would feel like ease. It would feel like freedom. It would feel like you said relief, right? So you have to do anything that makes you feel like that for a little while. Like go swimming. That's what I'm seeing. Swimming with you and your son. Could you take your son swimming? Do you swim?
I hate swimming now. I mean, I used to swim at my friend's house. We used to go in the little kiddie pool with the kids. We got pictures of me and the boys together in the pool.
I think I just asked him, why are you showing me swimming in why am I seeing swimming then if this isn't something that makes her feel ease and joy and excitement? And there's two messages on that. One is the water kind of will wash away some of that. Water can be a really good refresher for that. And two, I feel like because it's what your son needs, it's like you and your son need to get out and have that one-on-one time together, just the two of you. And maybe it's not swimming, maybe it's whatever activity that the two of you will bond over, but that feels extremely important. That if you guys would just go do whatever it is, something together, then the challenges over here will lessen a little bit. But the more that you focus on the challenge and the struggle, the more that's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more stressed you are, the harder it is to hear your loved ones on the other side because their energy, vibration, they sound like synchronicities and coincidences, which you will miss if you're stressed. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be comfortable where you are right now because you're supposed to move. And if you were comfortable where you are right now, you would stay.
Yeah.
slow this down. Your son's talking about how he would have his own room. So I can see your house moving forward. I'm seeing like a little townhouse or something. He's like telling you, you just got to tell him how many bedrooms. You don't need as many bedrooms as you did before, but I'm definitely seeing a 2 or 3 bedroom here. He's talking about if you just talk about where you're going and what you need and less about how hard it is or how impossible it is, that he would be able to line you right up there.
I've been trying.
It's funny, you say I've been trying. He's like, breathe, Mom. Okay. In the meantime, are you in a relationship with somebody? He just put tape over a gentleman's mouth, which is my symbol that somebody's saying something they shouldn't say or not saying something they should have said. But he's putting the tape over the mouth, and I know, who are you living with right now? Is this your husband or?
Nope, my father.
Oh, okay, got it. And then I just feel that we each deal with grief differently, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling like the clashing and the bumping of the heads and just grief spilling out left, right, and center. And I think this is why he's telling you to take your son swimming or something, wash away the stress and do something that's fun, because when you do, then he can help you. But if you're in a vibration of stress, no matter how much you ask for help, you can't line up with it. You've heard my story of the cockroach hotel a million times, right?
Yeah.
When I rented that, I came home and said, thank you. I don't know why this is happening, but I know you're going to show me why, right? He said, say that, Mom, because we got this. We're going to smooth through this so much better than we did in the past. I feel like you've been here before. Have you been living with Dad for like a year or two?
No.
Because he's making me feel like, that's why I asked, maybe it's a month or two, but he's making me feel like it's getting this stressful so that you will leave this time, because you've been in this stress before, but then it got better and you didn't leave.
Well, I guess we could have, I guess you could say maybe a year. I mean, ever since everything happened with him, we were staying on and off, but then I completely lost my job. So then I lost the apartment. So then I had to move in. But I want to be back on my own more than anything.
He said February, Mom. He's like, listen, the way that you just said that, I want you to say it like this, okay? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Thanks, Timmy, for helping us find the perfect place. It's a 2-bedroom. It's this much money. I know it's coming in at exactly the right moment at exactly the right time. And I love that you're bringing it to me, buddy. I love that you're going to line it up in my world so that I can feel your presence. And I'm telling you right now, I'm seeing January, February. Keep thanking him for this coming in and just get excited. Be like, you know what? I can't wait to see this happen. Don't say, please make it happen. Please, please, please. Say, thank you. I know it's on its way.
Okay.
And then take your mind off of it. You're not stuck. You're just waiting for it to develop. That's what he said. You're not stuck. It's not hard. It's just developing. It's just on its way. He's showing me the stockings. Okay. He's like, okay, that's been said. Now, next. He's showing me stockings. Don't forget that we still have to buy for him this year, he said. I'm seeing Legos, and I'm seeing giving your older son Legos to do so that he knows that your younger son is doing them with him.
He got Legos last year. And when I get the new place, I want us to put them together, because I told him that I said, do you want to get a couple Legos and we can put them, because I'm going to do a whole area, obviously, of Timmy, everything Timmy. And we could put the Lego figures that we built there for Timmy to go with his collection of stuff.
So
I've had this planned out forever now.
So this is what I love about Spirit. This is what I tell you guys. For me, it's like playing Jeopardy. I don't get to know the question. I just get to deliver the answer. So And it's not an accident in the order that the messages are delivered. Because what did he just finish? First, he clarified that he's helping you get the new house. Once we've established that we're going to have a new house and a room for him, he's like, all right, now give her the Legos. Because he knows that your intention is to do that with Legos when you get to the new house. I can't know that. It's funny because he's showing me like Star Trek or Star Wars. I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like Baby Yoda and stuff. Do they have Yoda Lego?
Amy loves Yoda, right? Or no, you don't. You like the other person.
My best friend loves
Never
Baby Yoda,
mind.
but they came out with like merchandise and stuff for Baby Yoda, and I went crazy with it, with getting Timmy that stuff. And I just saw a pair of.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had Yoda everything. That's right.
He's
He had a lot of
gonna
Yoda
line you up with
outfits.
Yoda Lego. Oh, okay. So hold on a sec. He put you guys together in the car. I see the heart going around the two of you, healing and reconnection. Did you guys just go somewhere together?
Yeah, she gave us a ride home because my car broke down at her house.
It's not an accident. You need a new car too, hey?
Yeah, I asked him for it.
So here's what I love about Spirit. They're making a very big point today and teaching you guys the significance of vibration. If you feel stuck and sad and stressed, then every single thing in your world will change to match that vibration. Let me say that better. You can have 99 things going right in your world and only one thing going wrong. And if you put all your focus and attention on that one wrong thing, everything else will change to match that vibration. So let me guess, were you talking about how stressed you were and how frustrated you were and how everything was going wrong while you were at Amy's house? Because guess what you're going to happen when you do that? You think about that, you speak that, you literally create it. Now you go out into your car will break down to match the vibration you just created. You have to think and speak and feel it in a different perspective. So when you go, instead of talking about how stuck and frustrated you are, talk about how excited you are to be in your own place in the future. Talk about how exciting it is that this is all going to be settled in the future and that you're looking forward to it. Talk about how exciting and amazing it is to wait every day and watch the unfoldment of this, knowing that Timmy's helping make it happen. Talk about getting up every day, watching for the miracles. I asked him for something blue today. I'm getting up today going, yes, where's the big blue sign that's going to knock me over my head so I know he's here? And I'm so excited to receive the sign today. When you're talking about your blessings and you're talking about things that are coming because you know they're coming, it's not a question. You're not stuck. You're not frustrated. You're not pushed down. When you are thinking and talking and speaking about it that way, it will develop that way. But if you get hyper focused on having a challenge, then everything else in your world will change to match that vibration. But it goes the other way too. You can have 99 things going wrong in your world and only one thing going right. And if you put all your focus and attention on that, oh my God. Okay, don't make me cry, dude. Hold on. Sorry, he interrupted my train of thought. If you put all your focus and attention onto that one right thing, everything else in your world will change to match that vibration. And you know what he said? This is what he said in my head when I stopped mid-sentence there. He said, Mom, that's why I'm telling you to focus on my brother. He's the best thing you have in your life right now. He's the best thing we all have in our lives. And if you put all your love and your attention onto my brother, he's going to love you right back. And that love is just going to grow and grow and grow. I can help you in that. I can't help you in the frustration. The more you speak about being stuck and restricted, the more you are. I want you to see this situation with your dad as a beautiful opportunity for you to be able to get out of the house. And thank you for this being so hard. I'm glad Dad's making this so hard. Otherwise, I might get comfortable here. Wouldn't want that to happen. Don't worry, Dad. I'm not going to get too comfortable. It's all good. This is happening for me, not to me. Do you see what I mean? Lighten up. A little bit. I realize that I'm saying this to the mama of somebody who just lost a little boy, but that's your little boy saying that. Mom, I'm right here. Come on, lighten up for me. Lighten up with me, because as you're feeling better, he's able to communicate with you more. And I'm telling you, he's waiting right there to send you everything that you need. But you ask for what you want with your thoughts and your speech and your emotion. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get it. I'm gonna do that.
The car breaking down on you in that moment was exactly what needed to happen so that you could get how dramatically powerful your speech and your vibration is. We don't realize that. My grandma, that little old French lady born in 1913, she used to say, Tracy, in every storm, there is two windows you can look out of. If you look out of this window, you're going to see pain and chaos and terror. If you look out this window, you're going to see neighbors helping neighbors. You're going to see heroes being born. You're going to see miracles happening. But it's your choice which window you look out of, which way you're going to perceive the situation in front of you. If you perceive it as negative, everything around you is going to compound so negatively that you're never going to be able to keep your head above water. But if you focus on the best things, the things that make you feel good, and you're a damn good mom. He just said, you're the best mom anybody could ask for. If you focus all your attention and your love on loving your son, you're going to feel really great about yourself and your son and your family. And that energy is going to pull in more great things. And it's an avalanche. Just like when you talked about how frustrated you were and you got in your car and then it didn't work. When you go and you talk about how lucky you are, how blessed you are, how synchronized and aligned you are, everything will line up just like that, just as easily as the car broke.
I did ask for a safe car though.
Well, ask and you shall receive, right? When I was asking for a new car, you got to be careful sometimes because this is how I learned that the hard way too. I was asking for a new car and you know what happened? Somebody backed right into my old car. Sometimes when you ask for something, you have to remove the old so you can receive what you've asked for. You can't receive something if you don't have space for it.
Yeah. My bad.
Now your job is to just get excited because your son said that you didn't need that gas guzzler anyway, that there's something about a smaller car that doesn't eat as much gas. Were you driving a van?
No, it is a small car, unless he's talking about Dad's car.
He cleaned it out.
Dad's car eats a lot more gas than mine does.
Yeah, no, you don't have a car now, he said. I'm sorry. No, he's like see, the thing is about that old car is that it feels like it's just eating your money. Like I'm just seeing swallowing money.
Yeah, it is. That's why I asked for a new one.
Is your dad getting you a new car for Christmas?
Not that I'm aware of.
You never know. I saw miracles. You never underestimate the power of the dead. I'm telling you right now. Your dad, here's the thing. I know your dad loves you very much. And I know that he's grieving really hard. And especially sometimes older generational men, they don't know how to express their feelings, especially grief like that so well. So sometimes it comes across as really like biting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I do know that he loves you very much. And I think that it would not surprise me if he's going to go above and beyond to try to get you a car, something like that, because he doesn't know how to say, I love you. I don't know how to say, I'm sorry, and I'm here, and blah, and spill all that emotional stuff. He'll just give you a new car and go, okay, we're good now, right? So if that happens, make sure you thank Dad as well, and just know that's his way of apologizing.
Okay.
Keep talking to your son. He's like, Mom, you are doing so much better than you were before. You were baby steps, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You're not stuck. You're not in a bad position. You are exactly where you needed to be so that you could be inspired to take the next step. If you got too comfortable here, then you could get comfortable in grief.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want that. See, if you're struggling to keep your head above the water, you can't just get comfortable in grief and just let everything swallow you. Do you see what I'm saying? It's funny because I got both moms. This is going to both moms here. You know what I mean? They want you to not struggle so that you have to keep your head above the water, but they don't want you to just give up as well. Do you know what I mean?
It's hard.
I can't even
I've
imagine.
been through so much.
He showed me he showed me your 13-year-old sitting on Santa's lap, and then he's like, please make it happen, make it happen, I want to take him to see Santa. And I see like your 13-year-old on Santa's lap here, and then a picture of Timmy on this side, like almost like I'm still getting my picture taken with Santa.
Oh my gosh, he wouldn't go last year because the year before they went together and he loved it so much and he didn't want to do it last year. Couldn't make him,
So there's a
but
reason
I did see it.
What
The
is your
place I
son's
always
name?
take him.
Your son,
Sharif.
it's what?
Sharif.
Sharif, you tell Sharif his brother said he's going with him. You take a picture of him, but he wants him to go have a picture with Santa so that you've got a picture with both your boys. He's like, I'm going with him. This is
Okay.
what I mean. And see, Shalane, that's exactly what I mean. That's just as much for you as it is for her. Do you see what I'm saying? They don't want you to skip the traditions altogether. They want you to do it with them so they can be a part of it with you. Okay. He loves going to work with you, Amy, just so you know. I can see. It's funny, last time you say I work in retail and there's Christmas everywhere. He's like, oh, I go with my auntie every day to Christmas. I feel like he's going to Christmas every day. He's pointing out all the different toys that he wants. And that's interesting. Do you still have some of his toys, Mom? Because I'm hearing the bells going off. I'm hearing the lights lighting up. I'm seeing the toys. My kids' toy boxes used to do that. I know I'm haunted, but he's haunting you.
Yes. There's a toy. Dad has one of the toys actually inside. Well, in the room Boo sleeps in, actually, here on his dresser. There's one of his little toys and it lights up periodically. The one night I thought it was dying. And then a couple days later, I'm like, I wonder if it died. And I pressed it and it worked. I said, oh, Timmy was just messing with it.
That's correct.
And I am assuming he left his brother a dime today because Sharif comes home periodically with change and says, look what brother left me today. I said, cool.
I love
And
that
actually, we've been saving every dime or penny that we find.
he said, and if he can convince his parents, if he can figure it out, I think your son really wants some kind of I don't know my video games from the hole in the ground, so I don't know if it's an Xbox, a PS,
He
whatever.
wants the PS5. Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's showing me. He's like, I'll figure it out. We'll arrange that.
Hang on. Hurry up.
Oh, is he there?
Yeah, he just walked in the kitchen. Hang on. You gotta go back to the room, kid. Grab it and go. Grab it and go. Here, take the straw and go.
Almost like he could feel
Hi,
us
Boober.
about him, eh?
Talking about Christmas, Timmy said.
Hi, Boober.
Go. He said hi. I just dismissed him though.
I love you.
That's so awesome. I love that. Right as we're talking about Christmas presents, he comes in the room. I think Timmy knows what he wants for Christmas, and so he's like trying to convince you guys to do everything he can in his power to give that for his brother for Christmas. And then he gave him shoes.
Last time you told last week you told Amy that he already had it lined up and there's going to be a story and everything.
I'm telling you, he's still showing me this in my head. The video games, talking to you, being able to line it up and create it. He wants to be a part of Christmas. He wants you guys to know that he's there, but he has to communicate through energy, synchronicity, and coincidence. So that means that it's easy to pass off as fluke, random, or chance. So this is why they give you these messages ahead of time, so that when they line up, you will know that they're there. Fruit salad.
Oh, Dad made fruit salad.
Okay. I know he's talking about fruit salad. That's all I heard. He's like, talk about the fruit salad. Oh, what the heck does that mean?
Yeah, Dad made it. Actually, Dad had me make it. It was real simple, but yeah.
Like recently, the last couple of days?
Yeah, I think a couple days before Thanksgiving, if not right before Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Are you in the States?
Yeah.
You
We're
guys
in
are
New
all in
York.
the States. See, you guys are messing with me here. You're like Thanksgiving, you're messing with me because my Thanksgiving was a month ago. I'm like, what? That food's old. You're just eating it now. It might be rotten. Oh, funny boy. Okay, hold on. He's jumping up and down on the bed, and he told his brother that he needs to change his sheets. There's something about the sheets. Has it been a while since his brother's changed his bedding?
No.
Why is he changing the beddings on his, literally, what, Sharif, is that his name? He's jumping on the bed,
Yeah.
Timmy's jumping on his bed, and I'm seeing changing of the sheets. So either you just changed all the bedding in the house recently and Timmy's trying to show you he's there, or
I literally just did Dad's bedding today.
okay. This is, see, they're talking to you, not me. They're just going to show me random things that are going on in your world right now so that you know he's not missing a beat of it. He's still there with you. So I just asked him why we keep talking about Grandpa's stuff, because he's trying to soothe Grandpa's heart too. He put a big Band-Aid on Grandpa's heart. He wants Grandpa to know that he's there with him too. I think that your dad just does not know how to help anything. Like he feels like just stressed, like massive stress. Like I want to help, but I don't know how to help. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, have you ever stubbed your toe and then somebody's like, are you okay? And you're like, F off. And you don't mean to say that. It's just that hurt people hurt
Yeah.
people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Timmy just wants to thank Grandpa for trying to be there, and he's trying to tell him to relax. Grandpa, relax. It's all good. It's going to be okay. And then I see him distance or space, like he's trying to get your dad to leave the house for a bit. Did Dad just go away for a day or two?
No.
Why is he telling him to get out of the house? Leave the house. Get out of the house. Leave the house.
Well, he used to go hiking a lot, but he hasn't gone hiking or nothing in a while.
Got ya. That'll help. Grounding, earthing will really help anybody that is in a feeling of grief or despair or frustration. And if you don't know how to change that, go outside, put your feet or your hands onto the earth. It's called grounding or earthing, and give it to the earth. Literally, give it to the earth. Put it there and say, thank you, Earth, for taking all of this frustration and transmuting it into blessings and ease and connection. And just give it to the earth and feel the ease come in through your body. You'd be surprised how quickly that can transmute energy. And now I know that you can't go tell your dad, go take a walk, Dad, take a hike. Literally, go take a hike. But Timmy's trying, he knows that your dad may check this out once it is recorded, and he's like, if Grandpa can go for those walks, that will help him feel better again.
Well, I'm gonna have to let him watch it, right? I mean, he told him about the fruit salad so we could, and about the bedding getting changed. I mean,
And the breathing, does your dad smoke as well?
yeah.
Because I can hear the coughing and stuff, and I think that's the other reason he's like, get out of the house, get some fresh air. Okay. Oh, on some good news, Amy. This is really cute, just so you know. Timmy's already hanging out with his little cousin on that side, just so you know. He literally brought this little baby soul forward, and I'm like, oh, who's this? He's like, we're already getting along over here. We're hanging out over here, so that by the time she comes, she's going to so remember him from this side. Like, she'll have that memory of him by the time she comes. It's like you could show her a picture of him when she's like 3 or 4, and she'll be like, oh, that's Timmy. She'll know, even though she won't know him here. She'll know.
Wow.
She said, okay, so I say she because I feel like right away, this little girl, I'm telling you, she is strong. Pardon?
It's totally a girl.
I can feel the energy. She's showing me like all cheerleader, like, thank you, like so excited that you're on the right page now. Because before, remember how we were explaining earlier that when you speak, talk, and think about being stuck and frustrated, then you get that? She's so excited because you're not doing that anymore. You're thinking, speaking, and talking about how she's coming, and she's like, yeah, I am.
Literally, I am. Like, I've changed like everything. I talked to my doctors, made sure I was doing the right things. I have this app to follow everything to make sure I'm doing the right things at the right time. And I keep telling everyone that I will be pregnant before Christmas and that my present will be showing everyone the pregnancy test that says positive.
Love that. You're giving me goosebumps.
I might cry.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want for Christmas. A baby.
So
Jimmy,
just
make it
remember, just remember that it doesn't matter if it's this Christmas or next Christmas. I know it's coming.
I know.
Long
It
as
will
you
happen.
Exactly. And the reason why I say it that way is because I think it very well could be closer to now than later. But if it's later, I don't want you to feel stuck and then pull back again. You know
Yeah,
what I
don't give up.
I told myself I refuse to do that. Like, I know the situation I'm in with my medicine and stuff, and I'm just trying not to make it like a chore or a task.
That's awesome. And then I see a bracelet going on your wrist. Are you allergic to something?
I just find out as I go along in life. I'm allergic to my cats.
You're allergic to what?
My cats.
That's not what I'm seeing. It's like an allergy bracelet or a name bracelet or some kind of bracelet with an engraving on it. That's why I thought, like, are you allergic to something? Because back in my day, we used to wear our allergies on our wrist, you know what I mean? Or around our neck.
No, I don't know.
Well, Dad got me something secret, and I think he said it's from Timmy, so I hope you're not giving it away.
Hope not too.
I just got a beanbag chair, and it came in the wrong color.
It came in, no, it came in Timmy's color.
I know, his favorite color.
Well, that's not an accident. But no, I'm seeing something going around your wrist, like a bracelet of some sort.
Oh, you're gonna give stuff away. I was Christmas shopping and I got bracelets for 2 of my sisters.
Okay.
2 sisters.
Including one that's on here now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But that's Timmy giving it away.
Well, because yeah.
Because it has to do with him, I know.
They just like to show off that they can
Well,
see what's going on.
hopefully I put the wrong address on it. Just a piece of the address, not the whole address. I told them it doesn't matter because they'll make sure it gets there.
Okay, so I know why he's bringing this up then. So you ordered something online, a bracelet, and you had the wrong address on it?
But I updated immediately the shipping, but I don't know if it will have the right address.
There's a reason why they're bringing it up and they wouldn't let it go, and that would be it. because it's his way of letting you know that he knows about that, and he'll make sure it goes where it wants to go. So thank him for making sure it goes where it wants to go. This is what I'm saying. You could have ordered that and it could have come to your house all by yourself. Or you can order it and say, all right, Timmy, I need your help. So that when it arrives, you know that Timmy helped with that.
Yeah.
And when you order something and it doesn't come in the color you wanted, it comes in the color Timmy wanted. That's his way of saying, ha ha, I'm two and I'm playing jokes on you. Ha ha. He's right there.
Yeah.
It's his way of letting you know he's there.
I told Dad, just leave it. It's Timmy's favorite color. She could sit and read books in the chair with him.
Which is what that's exactly it. Bing, you're getting this now. And what did you used to do with him all the time, Amy? Read?
Whatever I could.
And you read to him whenever you could?
I him. I read to him. I played with him.
But here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you. When you continue to do the activities that you used to do with them, they will find a way to show you their presence. So if you used to read to him a lot and then you order yourself a beanbag chair so you can read in it, he's going to give you the beanbag chair that will remind you of him, you'll feel his presence in. Do you see what I'm saying?
He must have told Papa because Papa bought the chair for Amy for Christmas.
And I found out about it because it wasn't the right color.
Says you, Timmy says, yes, it was. It made you think of me, didn't it?
Yeah, when she told me it was blue, I said, that's fine. It was Timmy's favorite color.
Yeah.
It's funny that you said that he's with me at work because there's a million things I see a day and I'm like, Timmy would want that. Timmy would like this. I wish I could get that for Timmy.
You know, every time you're thinking of him, it's because he's right in front of you. It's impossible for you to think of him if he's not right there.
Then he's with me every day. Like 24/7. 24/7.
You got to understand that our physical bodies are made up of a bunch of sensors that are sensing the variations of vibrations of our physical reality. Your eyes are picking up vibrations your ears could never understand. Your ears pick up vibrations your nose doesn't understand. And your nose, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So if you walk in a room and you smell poop, you don't go, oh, I'm just remembering the smell. That's just what it smells like. I'm just remembering that. No. If you smell poop, your eyes are looking for it. And if you don't see it right there, you don't just go, oh yeah, that's my memory. No, you know that you have to look harder. It's there somewhere because you can't smell it unless it's there. Your heart is feeling the presence of your loved ones and smelling their presence through your thought. When you're thinking of them, they're right here talking to you. There's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. And it's impossible for you to think of them if they're not there. Now, he said, when you said that you're saying he would like this and he would like that, he's like, yeah, and I made it go off too. Ha ha, suckers. He made the toys go off at work.
Yeah, it happened a couple times.
The other day, I thought I saw something in the bathroom. I wonder if he was in there with me.
Yes, of course he is. But here's the thing. See, that's why I'm like, shocker. You don't say. Why in the bathroom? Because what did he tell you to do? Go swimming. Go do something to cleanse that energy off of you because you have that negative energy around your vibration. So you got to cleanse it off. So he's taking you into the bathroom to show you that you need to wash off the negative energy. That's one of the ways that, see, they communicate with me in the bathroom all the time. So whenever you start seeing shadows in the bathroom, things like that, that's a message usually that they want you to follow. Clean off the negativity. Water is a conductor of energy. So when you're in the water, when you're in the shower, anything like that, that's where you can hear him even louder. So talk to them when you're in the shower. I know it sounds goofy. You're standing there naked. I used to freak me out.
Well, he's just a baby.
I know. But not all of us have baby loved ones on the other side. I have my dad on the other side. So when I'm in the shower going, okay, I want to talk to my dad because water is a conductor of energy, but I'm standing here naked. So I just visualize myself pixelated like you do on Sims.
Yeah.
But either way, water is a conductor of energy. So when you talk to them, they can talk back and you will hear it louder when you're in the shower. But
I'm
it's
gonna
also a
try
message
that.
that you got to cleanse the negativity out. See it from their perspective. You're not stuck, you're just being redirected. What's in May? April, May.
My mom's birthday is in May.
Yeah, mom's birthday.
Is she a distance or a space away?
She's with me.
She is from me.
Oh, she's living with you.
She's living
She's
with Amy, but she's distance from me now.
All I know is they showed me May. They showed me the heart going around people, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection. And I feel like everything is going to be tied up in a big bow by May. Like where things are sitting by May is going to be so dramatically different than where they are right now.
Yeah, because we're gonna have our own place.
And I'm gonna be pregnant.
Yep.
Boom.
We're gonna have both of those.
Okay. Sit this down, you guys. I wish you guys could hear what I can hear right now. All of your loved ones. It's funny. Everybody here except for me and Shalene, I think. Shalene, are you in Canada?
I am, yeah.
I can feel you in Canada. Everybody else is in the United States. I just see all your loved ones gathering together and cheersing with hot, I want to say hot cocoa, hot chocolate, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they just really want to be a part of your Christmas. They don't want you guys to think that you're missing out or that they're missing out or that they're not here. And they don't want you guys to spend this Christmas feeling their absence. They're so excited to show you their presence. But you got to ask them to send you a sign and then watch them send it to you. Why are they giving you, each one of you has hot cocoa, but for a different reason, it feels like. Hold on. So somebody's going skating. I think I'm going down here for the skating. Vanessa, I think I'm with you guys. Your mom is giving you skates and hot chocolate.
So my daughter literally just said last night that she wants to go to the skating rink for the
Gotcha.
first time. You didn't even know about that.
So your mom and the curly lady, the curly haired lady beside that girl, I don't remember who she is. Her cousin, did you say?
Sister-in-law?
She has curly hair?
Depending on what stage.
Well, she had
Of life.
cancer, so depending on what stage of life she was in.
Healthy stage.
Longer curly hair.
Yeah, longer curly hair.
All I know is I see your mom with the curly haired girl. They're like, okay, that's for one by one. This is the last message they want to give you guys. They got the hot chocolate and they're like, okay, it means something a little bit different for each one of you. But for you guys, I saw skates and they're giving that to you. So your mom's like, yeah, I heard everything that we just said. So tell her to ask grandma for some new skates or whatever. She'll line those right up.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish you could have just heard that. Ah, she's gonna love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Shalane, your son's like, you heard that, right, Mom? You heard that.
I did, yeah.
Don't forget the marshmallows. He's showing me the baby marshmallows in there and chocolate chips. Do you put chocolate chips in your hot chocolate?
No, but I've got hot chocolate with the baby marshmallows.
You must make it extra creamy then because he's like extra chocolatey. That's something I used to do with my kids, is throw a few chocolate chips in there and let them mix it up and it would be just extra chocolatey. That's what he's showing me in here. So he's like the chocolate chips, extra chocolatey. The heart's going around you and Dad. So you and Dad are still together?
Yep.
That's for the both of you. Feels like you guys don't even drink hot chocolate very often, but your son's like, you know what? I do. I want hot chocolate with my family. It feels like I'm going to Christmas Eve. Is there a tradition of this around Christmas?
With the hot
No,
chocolate?
but Dad's. Oh.
Oh, hold on, you guys. Sorry. You go first, Shalane.
No, not really. But when it gets cold out, yeah, we have hot chocolate. And then sometimes we'll go for a drive to Tim's because they've got the peppermint hot chocolate.
There we go. And is it going through a cold spurt right now?
No.
It's coming up then. Because they can see things that are coming up. And so they'll give you a message like that so that when it happens, you'll know he's there with you. It's like if I can see what's coming up in 2 days and then it happens, then you know that I want you to go get some hot chocolate. It's
Well,
like
I'm not far from you, so
in Calgary?
I'm just outside of Edmonton.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Alberta.
Oh.
So it's colder up there than it is here for sure.
Still pretty nice out.
Oh, you know what's funny? Your son, he liked sports, right?
Yes.
Like we established that already, because you know how there's and maybe these Americans don't know this, but Calgary and Edmonton, there's a little bit of a rivalry between our sports team, isn't there?
Absolutely.
When you said just outside of Edmonton, he's like, that's right, keep those Flames over there. We don't want those. He's a very big Edmonton fan. I can feel that.
Yeah, he sure is.
He just wants you to know that he can see what's coming up so that when it happens, you're going to know he's here.
Okay.
All right, now you guys, boom. How did you understand the hot chocolate? You were starting to talk at the same time I was talking to to Shalane. I knew it was for all of you in different ways. It's just.
Well, Dad's been drinking hot chocolate at nighttime.
Oh, Timmy, no. Okay. He's a kid. Forgive the messenger. He just took the hot chocolate out of his hand and gave him water. Patted his belly. He's like, come on, Papa, that's not good. Like, we need some more water in here. Like, I feel like he's teasing him about his health choices.
Yeah, well, tonight he's gonna have eggnog, he said. Earlier, he bought eggnog. I'm not kidding.
That's because
He
it's
said, I'm
out.
gonna have eggnog tonight.
And then Timmy shows me putting it into the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna do that, but okay.
I think he's got a craving, is what he's describing to me, is this craving that just will not go away.
Well, I made him some chocolate chip cookies. I said, here you go, Timmy. Can you taste them suckers? They taste amazing.
No wonder I'm seeing chocolate chips in this lady's hot chocolate.
I asked him to help me make them last night. Him and Grandma.
Mm. He's like, let the baking begin. Now, when you said you made these last night, he's like, that's just the beginning, Tracy. And then he showed me a whole bunch of dishes like we used to make. He said, I'm seeing macaroon. Do you know what chocolate macaroons are? Like the chocolate oatmeal no bake macaroons. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm seeing like all the Christmas cookies my grandma and I used to bake. And he's showing me that chocolate chip is just not enough. We need more. There's like 4 kinds we used to do, like a bunch of different Christmas cookies coming in here.
Maybe.
But he's like, bring your son in. I want my brother to learn how to do this. And then he laughs hysterically. Your son doesn't have much interest in baking, hey?
No, but that's funny you say that because I had that pop in my head the other day to have him come out and help me cook. Like bake something. Timmy put it in my head probably.
You know why? Because your son is your source of joy, honey. And no matter what struggle or challenge you're going through at that moment, you can change that quickly by putting your focus on your son. that's still here and doing any activities that you can do with him. You two connecting, the joy and the love that builds through that, Timmy's there, right there with you, and you'll feel his presence. So the next time that you're stressed, especially like you're under a lot of pressure, I can't imagine what you've been through this year. But when it feels like it's getting too much, get out of the house, take your son, go do something, whether it's swimming or skating or whatever it is, just the two of you going for a walk together, cooking, baking, anything that you can do together, because that's going to help balance out that energy again. Does that
Well,
make
when it was nice out, we were going for walks. But it's cold now.
I know. That's why he's throwing you in the swimming pool.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
I was just curious. Obviously, the babysitters, boys. Does he watch over them? Because they seem like they were good friends. I mean, I obviously didn't ask for a monster of a mom.
You know, that's a really interesting question that you asked, because he sent love to the entire family and to the person that's in jail, believe it or not. Because again, I don't feel intention. I feel irresponsibility, and I feel responsibility, you understand, but not intention. Do you understand the difference?
I guess. I mean, she took my kid. I mean,
I know, I'm not trying to justify it here, hun. But you asked me a question, I got to try to answer it the best that I can. Because what he's showing is that he's watching over the entire family. He's trying to send love to the entire family, because those boys' pain is wrapped up in the mother's pain. And it's never going to be able to get to freedom if she can't even admit what she did right now. Do you see what I mean?
and she hasn't.
I know you can't change what you don't acknowledge, right? And so if she's
Yeah.
not acknowledging it, then that means that these boys here can't understand what's going on, because why is she over there? She didn't do anything. She says she didn't do it. So why is she there? And then there's all this confusion and pain. And you see what I'm saying? So what I think when you asked that question, what Timmy showed me was he put the white blanket around the entire family's shoulders, because once she can acknowledge what has happened and take responsibility for it, and there's a difference between responsibility and intention, but once she can take responsibility for it, that's going to help bring ease and clarity into the entire family to help with the healing. But until then, there's a lot of confusion and disconnection going on with those boys right now. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I was just asking because actually a couple of days ago, those boys lost their house in a house fire. They lost everything. And I have a good heart. So I wanted to help any way I can. Not that I'm in a situation that I can help per se, but I was like, well, I got some of the toys that Timmy's not favorite, that weren't his favorite. And then I was like, I wish I had a Coco Melon doll because the boys loved Coco Melon. You know, they didn't ask for this bad thing to happen, you know? And
Sweet.
they're suffering too. And the sad thing is I don't even know if they saw what she did to him, you know?
I love that about you. What you just said there describes more about you than it ever could about her. That you have more love in your pinky finger than somebody like that has in their whole body. If you are feeling drawn to do that, sweetie, you do that, because that's an act of love. And nothing but good can come from an act of love. And loving somebody in the midst of pain is the strongest act of love that there absolutely is. And that's how we heal. You understand? A situation like that can help that lady with accountability and healing more than hate ever could. Does that make sense? And here's the other thing, is that Who's looking after those boys right now? Their dad?
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, like some of the family has different thoughts about it because of the situation, like, because their dad used to be there a couple times, and we don't know, like, if he knew and he just didn't say anything, like.
But you got to understand
So
that
it's,
God sees everything. You understand? God sees everything, and karma is real. And now, karma doesn't mean that something's going to come back and punish you. It means that the energy that you are vibrating in is what you are attracting. Now, if you feel like your entire life just blew up, you feel like everything is exploding around you, everything is burned down, everything's been taken away, guess what is going to happen in your world? You're going to literally vibrationally create that. It's not
yeah,
about punishment. It's about showing you that this is the vibration they were in. And this would be why when you ask me a question, does Timmy see them? He shows me putting the white blanket around the whole family. So, okay, so hold on a second. The thing is that situation had to happen. There is definitely some energetic karma coming back to them. Everything you give out comes back to you. And when you give out that kind of pain and you refuse to take responsibility for it, it's going to slap back at you. It's like pulling an elastic band back. It has to slap back eventually. Nobody gets away with anything in this physical world. It eventually is going to catch up with you. And so, and I say this to people all the time, and if you're lucky, your God will let you witness it along the way. But you just proved something really, really important, is that when you're a good soul, watching somebody else hurt, even somebody that hurt you dramatically, watching them and their family hurt does not make you feel better, does it?
no, I feel like shit. I feel bad for the boys.
I feel bad too.
But I love kids though. I have since I was 2.
So instead of feeling bad for the boys, understand that their entire family has been feeling so bad that it's pulling in more bad. So instead of feeling bad for them, thank God for what just happened. Thank God that they got out of there safe, that nobody was hurt. Thank God that whatever that karma was in their life has already been burned up and is in the past now. Thank God that they have the people in their lives that they need to help pull this together so that they can get the healing that they need. Thank God that he's helping them acknowledge what they need to acknowledge so that they can move forward. Thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. Do you see what I'm saying? Thank God for giving you an opportunity to help in a way that makes you feel like you've done something. Because believe it or not, if you took the action to offer mercy to this family who offered you none, I
Yeah,
don't care how they respond. That's
that
going to
guy
help
didn't
you
even
heal.
reach out to me.
Pardon?
I said the boy's father never even like reached out to like
Well, of course
say
not, honey.
sorry or nothing.
Of course
No,
not.
but the baby daddy, her two older daughters with a different dad, he had reached out to show sympathy and stuff for us. And
And so the guy that
actually,
didn't, his house burned down?
yeah.
Here's the thing, I tell people this all the time, and this is why I don't worry so much about what's going on around me, because they're watching. Your team is watching, your spiritual team is watching, God is watching. And if somebody tries to harm you, then there are consequences that have to be paid further on down the line, right? And it's not just you. Maybe these people have been putting out this negative energy, this negative choices and decisions, bad choices and decisions. You know what I mean? Maybe selfish choices and decisions so that eventually it all catches up with us. Just trust that it's happening exactly the way it needs to happen to inspire him to make better choices and decisions. And
I just thought I was being like wrong, feeling sorry for the boys and stuff.
no, hun, that's called love. That's called love. Love's in no matter what. You can't douse love with hate. That's the thing. There is no amount of hate, no amount of anger in this world that can put out love at all. But you can put out hate with love. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think what is going on is that the universe, well, first of all, there's a number of things going on here, but a couple of the big things that I can see in this already is that eventually everything has to catch up on, or will catch up with you eventually. And when you've been putting out that much negative energy that ends up taking somebody's life, even if this man wasn't responsible, he was aiding, abetting the person that was responsible and not doing anything about it. You see what I'm saying? God has a better vantage point than we do.
Yeah.
Everything will always right in the end. I tell people this all the time. I don't care how much you think somebody's getting away with something. Nobody, I've never seen anybody get away with it. By the time they leave this physical reality, things catch up with them. And this is an opportunity for you to transmute the pain into love. Transmutation is what happens when you put a pot of water on the stove and it transmutes into steam. Every single thing in this world transmutes. It doesn't just poof change. It has to transmute. When you have that much anger and I want to say pain. I don't want to say hate because I don't feel hate in you. Confusion, anger, and pain. Sure. When you have that much confusion, anger, and pain in your, in here, and then you see that situation, now you feel love. You feel sorry. You feel, I want to help with that. Now those feelings are much higher up on the vibrational scale than the pain was before. You just transmuted pain and frustration and grief into something that is loving and healing and more comforting. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I could never, once everything first happened with the baby, I never had the anger, like some of the family like wanted to kill her off, and I didn't have the anger. I was just in such shock and all that.
And this is just an opportunity to help you heal. I wish I could have the words to describe it better than that, but it's like as you step up, and even if you do nothing, the fact that you can see that you desire to heal is happening so that you can see that there's so much more love in you than there is hate and anger. This situation with your son happened for a reason, and it happened for probably to help those boys as well, believe it or not. What happens if this didn't happen? If she was in an out of control state and was very dangerous, then it could have been one of them that ended up leaving. You see what I'm saying? But either way, this is a way for you to transmute that pain and that grief into love. And if you feel like you are inspired to take that action, do it. But if you're not, just know that the desire to do that is just so that that's for you. That's for you and you alone, to know that you can heal. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't know, like my dad's like, oh, you don't need to do anything for them people. And Amy feels bad, but like same thing. Like
I
I don't
feel
know.
bad. It's a terrible situation, but and this sounds so terrible, but it's not my problem.
No.
I am also a very realistic person. I don't know what he knows about that situation, but I know he knows something. And I know he knew something the whole time. And he didn't speak about it. He didn't say anything about it. And that was his decision to choose to do that. So my decision to feel bad and send prayers up for their family and that they get back on their feet. But that's as far as I will go. And I have no hate in my heart either.
No, listen, I get that. I just again, I have always loved kids, so I guess I just
I love kids
feel bad
too.
for the boys, Them little boys didn't deserve any of that. Nothing.
This is totally happening.
I guess I'm grieving for them.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Christine. You're so grieving for them and for the situation. It's that fallout that has ripples and layers of fallout that keeps coming down the line, right? Mm. We all grieve in different ways. And if you, whatever you feel like you need to do to heal that for yourself, do that. And don't worry about the rest of your family. If you needed to take action like that, your sister's going to be fine with that. Just don't force her to go along with it. Do you know what I mean? But if you need to do that, they're going to love you anyway. And they're going to help you. They're going to listen to you and allow you to be able to do what you need to do to heal and still be there for you. Just because you take that action doesn't mean they're going to go like, oh, how could you do that? Now we're not going to be there for you. They'll be there. They'll help you. They'll support you. But it's very important you do what you need to do to heal yourself. Because I'll tell you something, you are never going to regret stepping forward and offering a peace offering of love. But what you may regret is that if you never ever did that, you would have to live with yourself for the rest of your life. If that makes you feel wrong inside, then that's not the right answer. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because that's how I feel.
Honey, you'd be surprised at
I
the situations that God will give you to help heal. I know, sweetie. I'm so sorry. And they're kind of close in age too, aren't they? How old are her boys?
Alexander was the same age as Timmy,
I can see it.
and they were like best friends, it seemed like.
It's like if I can't go back and protect Timmy, I want to protect him. And it's not his fault that was his mom.
Exactly.
But here's what I want you to understand, sweetheart, is that God is already protecting him. That's why there was a fire. Let me tell you, if he was with somebody who was not responsible and who was going to hurt him eventually down the line, then God has to make sure that that gets to people's attention now. And so by this fire coming now everybody can see that the kids weren't safe. Now they're in a different position than they were before. They're not in that same house with those same people. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. It's funny. They just dressed you up as Santa, threw the sack over your shoulders and said, if you want to go play Santa, you play Santa, Mom. And don't let anybody stop you. It takes a really big heart to be in that position that you're in right now. You should be proud of yourself for that position, being able to love, even though I can't even
There's
imagine.
so much hurt.
Yeah.
That's why I feel confused.
That's why I say do it. You know what? Do it. You're being given, I bet you that's Timmy that's giving you that thought over and over and over and over and over again. He's not going to give it to Amy because he knows it would hurt Amy. He's giving it to you because he knows that that's going to help you heal. And I'll say it, I've said it before and I'll say it again. We all heal differently. You have to be able to wear your grief and work with your grief to transmute it into positivity in any way that you possibly can. Now, if that means that you get constant messages from them every single day so you know their presence, that's great. If that means that you take your son's memory and you go out and you do great good works with those memory, with that energy and that memory, if that means that you use that big old heart to love and forgive in a way that other mother never could, then that's what you do. But you transmute that energy into love and you talk to them every single day, and they will walk this path with you as you go along, and they will help you heal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Keep talking to him, hon. Keep talking to him. Keep telling him what you need. And
I was doing good on the crying until that.
I know. That's because it's one of these beautiful moments that I can't wait to talk about later. Like, give it a month or two. I can't wait to see how that develops. That's definitely God. God works in mysterious ways. And these are
I couldn't even be angry with God. Like, a lot of people, they go through like a traumatic event like we have, and like they hate God.
It's
Like
because
they
we need
distance from God. But I only got closer to him. And I didn't have the hate, but I've never had the hate bone in my body. I've always had love. I'll give you my last dollar if I had it.
You're an old soul, honey. That's why you're coming into this world, and wearing this lifetime is like being in university because this is a really challenging world that we live in. It's like baby souls don't come here for this. What you're describing is not something a baby soul could be capable of. You're describing great acts of forgiveness and healing and transformation. And that's what you're here to do, is to model this lifetime, to go through this and transmute these energies for yourself and your family so that then they can transmute them as well. And that it helps everybody all around you. But we need, you're an old soul, and we need these old souls to come in right now because there's so much pain and grief and trauma going on in the world right now that we have a number of old souls like you and I that are capable of dealing with the pain, transmuting it, and healing it. And when we help ourselves, we help everyone else around us. So as hard as it is to understand why our loved ones die before they're meant to, before we would think of as like a long life, each soul
Mm-hmm.
has a purpose here in this physical reality. And not all of us are meant to live till we're here to be 100. But I'll tell you this, we come here in soul groups, which means we will all incarnate. It's kind of like a family reunion. This is what I want you to think about. And then I'm going to let them pull their energy back totally here. Is that
Yeah.
on the other side, we're in like soul groups. We have our soul best friends that we've lived many lifetimes with, that we trust the most.
Ready for bad tips.
And so when we incarnate here, we kind of think about it as we're in a role of having a play. It's like I get to be the mom, you get to be the son, you get to be the dad, and we each incarnate into this world one by one, and then we each pass one by one. But we wait until everybody gets up here in heaven and we got our whole soul group back together. And then we plan our next lifetime again and change up roles next time. And your mom, Vanessa, she goes, that's right. So next time I'm the daughter, you can be the cranky old mother. She wants to be the daughter again. Give you a run for your money.
Yeah, that would be her.
But so just all of you know that none of them are going to reincarnate before you get up there. They're all waiting for you up there and still talking to you now. Okay, you guys, my head is spinning. I'm going to let them pull their energy back, especially for the two sisters. I'm telling you, your loved one is just little. He's a 2-year-old little boy, but I'm telling you, I swear I hear him in my thoughts at night. He's so loud in my head sometimes now.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just felt stepping on Lego. So I don't even have Lego in my house. Tell your son to clean up his Lego because you're going to step on it. I just literally stepped on one. That hurts. I'm telling you now. Okay. I'm letting them pull their
Thank
energy
you.
back, you guys. I hope that this was helpful.
It was helpful. I was just confused on my feelings about that. That's all.
That's okay. It's going to take some time to go through that, but just know what you're describing is healing. And what you described can only be done from a very powerful, advanced soul, because young souls just go right into hate. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your night. Go watch some shows. Somebody's going to pee because my bladder's going to explode, and it's not me. Somebody over here has to. I can feel it. All right. Have a great night. Vanessa, you took... Yeah. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.